Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and the repentant alike. This is your girl, Sophia the Bodhi. And I am just making this video as a reminder that our Day of Atonement starts at sunrise on the 29th of September, 2025. And it will extend until sunrise on the 30th of September of 2025. We did talk about this when we did the calendar, but obviously no one is talking about it now. And so I only make this video because I as you can see, I updated my username at the demand of some individuals that it's time to move on from the whole, I guess, tribal thing. And not move on as in I'm closing down my tribe, because that would be nuts. But it's obvious that the whole tribal thing is being used to manipulate people, just like the whole tribal thing as far as being in the 12 tribes or the lost tribes or whatever you call them. It's the same scam. It's just now it's starting to pick up. So I'm already seeing some signs that individuals are going to be using this to push a particular agenda, which I don't agree with, and I don't have to consent to that. And so we have to, when we see people invading our space, I'm not going to fight these people to get out of my space, because there's a space where they can't go. And so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the space where they can't go. And this Day of Atonement is it's an image of that. They can't go to the Creator. They can't make deals with the Creator. They cannot make pledges. They cannot speak to this man. And so eventually, sooner than later, they'll have to come to us to make these kind of pledges and these deals with the Creator, because these entities and these deities and these gods and these angels and these choirs and whoever else is in the spirit realm, the Watchers and the Erkadeshi and all of these, entities that's running around the spirit realm, all of them are going to be checked, because it's obvious to me that someone's not doing their job. And I've had a very difficult weekend energetically, and I don't feel well. And I had a lot of weird dreams, and just, again, with them trying to push me into being satisfied with less than what I asked for. And that's just not going to happen. They need to get up off their hind parts and get to work. I don't know why the message is not going out. It's supposed to go from us, the people with the bodies, all the way up through the thrones, which is the highest level of the angels. The thrones, the seraphim, the cherubim, and the thrones is the highest level. It's supposed to go through our angels, the archangels, up to the seraphim, and the seraphim is supposed to report it to the Creator. Obviously, the message is not being reported properly, and today, within 24 hours, our Day of Atonement starts. And so the time for their nonsense has come to an end. Like, someone is going to have to report back to the Creator what is going on. And it doesn't matter if you don't report it, because the Creator is coming to check for himself. And I am going to choose my words carefully. Let me just say this. It's going to be obvious that we have been done dirty, okay? And there's going to be a price to pay for that. So these people think that the war in heaven was bad. I would like to see what the Creator does to entities who refuse to help out his creation. We know what happens down here on the earth realm when entities refuse to do right by us, we see what happens to us. I don't think these entities in these other realms quite understand what is going to happen to them. And it's not my fault and it's not my problem. I don't have a responsibility to educate these people or these entities. And additionally, I've been doing it anyway for the last 3 years. And so if they have not figured out that they have to do right by everybody, every human on the planet, they have to do right by, not these non-humans, these people who are not even registering on the scale because they don't even believe that they are one with God. Like, those people are not even people. They don't even count. And so they've been doing all this running around with these entities that don't even count, and have been leaving the ones who are actually connected to the spirit realm, I guess, just to fend for ourselves, because we're supposed to be able to do what they can do, even though we're in the realm of the living, the land of the living, and they're not. So this is a huge, energetic point. And so I don't know what's going to happen. And quite frankly, it doesn't matter at this point, because this stuff is just, it's gone too far. It's gone on too long. And obviously, they don't care, these seraphim, they don't care that the angels and the archangels and all the other lower realms are just dogging us out. And so the seraphim will have to answer for that. The cherubim will have to answer for that. They're supposed to protect us, and they haven't been. They're supposed to help us, and they haven't been. They're supposed to show up for us, and they haven't been. I haven't seen any of these entities show up. Not one time. I'm having these weird dreams about these aliens, and they're trying to, convince me that they're the ones to trust. And I never seen a seraphim show up for me. I never seen an angel show up for me. Maybe certain saints, obviously, but an actual, one of these angels, one. And that's unacceptable in general. It's unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable. When we need all the help that we can get, all hands on deck, which is what I've been calling for 3 years. And they think it's okay to just say, well, they got it. They know what's going on. No, we don't. We've literally been saying we don't know what's going on. We can't figure this thing out. Now that I have it figured out, they're on the hook for it, because I should not have had to figure this out like this. I shouldn't have, and none of us shouldn't have. They're supposed to help us. They're supposed to intercede for us. And the fact that they don't want to intercede for people on this land is insane. I can't even wrap my mind around interceding for every other group besides the people who are from this land. Yes, we're crazy. Okay, you have a lot of people out here who have no idea what's going on. Fine. But does that mean you just leave all of us to suffer because what a few people are doing? I would never do that. I would never do that to anybody. I'm not going to let somebody suffer because somebody else is not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm going to give everybody the equal opportunity to come out of their suffering. And they didn't do that for us. They decided we're going to leave y'all to suffer and we're going to go in and do whatever else. And now the roles have to be reversed, because obviously the ones who are the opposite, these quote unquote demonic choirs that they're always scaring everybody about, is obviously doing better than them, because look at the way these demons are running around here. These wicked people, they are the ones who are engaged in getting everything they want, everything that they need. So I would say all of these angels need to be dismissed, and the ones that are in the demonic realms need to be brought up to work with us in the upper realms, because I'm not seeing no action. The only action I'm seeing is coming from the other side, and therefore the roles need to be reversed. I think the Creator, in my opinion, should send these choirs of angels that are on the upper side down to the lower side so that they can learn, not as a curse unto them, but a learning lesson until they learn how they're supposed to help us. Because them ones on the lower realms, they take care of their people. All they people is taken care of. They know how to make the deals. They know how to execute the deals. They know how to take the They know how to take note. They know how to anticipate the needs of their whatever wicked following. They take their pledges and their promises and their sacrifices seriously on that side. When they sacrifice them, they eat that stuff up and they go and do what needs to be done. I see them as fiercely loyal to their subjects. Why aren't our choirs of angels fiercely loyal to us? What did we do to deserve that? So in my opinion, if the Creator is listening to me, switch them. Send these upper ones down to the lower realm so that they can work with Lucifer and whoever and learn how to accept our offerings and our sacrifices, our pledges and our prayers, and go and get us what we need and bring them lower ones up and let them work with us. Because obviously these ones on the upper realms, they got an attitude problem. They like a black woman working at the DMV about to go on a 15-minute break. I don't understand. That's what they want to do, fine, but they need to go. They need to be rehabilitated, because that's not how it works. We have a very delicate balance on this planet, and they're effing it all up. And so they need to be rehabilitated. And the only one who can rehabilitate them is the same one who whipped those quote unquote watchers and fallen angels or whatever in the order and taught them how to take the sacrifices of the people who were wicked for wickedness and respond to them. Because these ones on the upper side, they don't seem to understand. If I call your name, if I call you by name, that's in the Bible. But if I call you by name and you ignore me because, oh, well, I didn't learn the lesson you wanted me to learn, I'm not saying it the way you wanted to be said exactly, all of this, that's not how that works. That's not what they do to them on the other side. If they get it close, they're like, oh, they're talking about me. I know they're talking about me. Let me go ahead and see what they want. They show up for these evil, wicked people. They could be calling the wrong name. The person could have evolved 3, 4, 5 different times. They still calling them by an old name. Don't matter. They go to them. They say, look, that person, their heart is black as his black as night, and they are as wicked as possible. So since they're to their full wickedness, we need to give them what they need, because they're feeding the destroyer. They're feeding the destroyer. So obviously these angels, these choirs of angels have just been under the Creator. They need a visit to the destroyer, because obviously the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. There's no way that an angel of the destroyer is more in tune with the needs of humanity than the angels of the Creator. Like, that's a total. So we need a switcheroo. We need a what is that movie? What are they called? What is that movie where they switch, like, oh God, Lindsay Lohan, and I don't know, y'all know what movie I'm talking about, where they switch, like the mom becomes the daughter becomes the mom, and Freaky Friday. There we go. We need a Freaky Friday. We need a Freaky Friday situation where these negative angels become the positive ones become the negative ones, and the negative ones knew how to train the humans. They're, humans that were under their charge, the negatively oriented ones, so that they got the stuff right. They know how to do it. Obviously, the destroyer, right, can teach order. And obviously, these angels on the upper realms, they need order to be taught to them. So, again, if the Creator's listening to me, that's what I would do. Send these angels from these upper realms down to these lower realms so they can learn order. They are out of order. They are totally out of order. They're totally out of order. You got people up here trying to be good, trying to do what's necessary, all of that, and all they do is look down their nose at us like, ugh, these disgusting humans. I wish they would just shut the F up and go away. Like, ugh, aren't they breathing? Should they just be happy that they're breathing? Like, no, I'm sick, coughing up stuff, hacking up stuff. No, I'm not happy that I'm just breathing. Okay, I'm not happy that I'm just in a house. Like, no. No, that's unacceptable. And the destroyer understands that. Like, if you're gonna have something to destroy, you have to have something first. So you can't destroy nothing. But these people who these choirs of angels on the side of the creator, they don't seem to understand. I can't create anything if I have nothing to create from. That's crazy. The destroyer understands that. The creator understands that. But these dumbass choirs of angels don't seem to understand how it works on this realm, because we are evolving. This is an evolving earth. You cannot do what you did. Oh, well, they can just go out and glean from the field. We don't even pick our own food. So how can we go out and glean? Again, you've not advanced. I mean, it's only one group seems to not have advanced when the planet was advancing, and it's these positively, quote unquote, oriented choirs of angels that sit underneath the creator. They don't seem to understand. We're not in the old days anymore. You can't just bring us some rain and we'll be fine. Nobody asked for that. We didn't ask for that. We don't care whether it rains or doesn't rain. That's irrelevant. We don't live like that no more. Period. And you can't make us go back to the good old days where you could just throw some rain on us, throw some dew on us, and we would just be like, okay, yeah, let's go. We could just march around the city and blow some shafars. We're not going back to that. The only stupid people who want to go back to that are the people who are stupid, okay? Nobody wants. We're an evolving planet, which means you have to evolve. And the only way you can evolve is if you can go into the dark side. That's what we had to do. You have to go in so that you can be rehabilitated, because you're failing. Look at all the churches being shot up. You guys can't stop a church from being shot. You mean to tell me the creator got 9 choirs of angels, and not one angel in one of those choirs can stop the church from getting shot up? Okay, yeah, you failed, bro. You failed. And the kingdom of the destroyer, he got his people in check. He's like, yeah, we about to have this day of atonement. Yeah, y'all need to go out here and make it so chaotic and bring the vibration down so low that when the creator comes, he just thinks his people don't even exist anymore. That's what they doing. And guess what? You choirs of angels, y'all are sitting around letting it happen. Well, so be it. I think the creator should take this as not as a failure on humanity, because humanity is doing the best we can do, but we actually don't have any support out here. Very little support. Everything is so hidden and hush hush and all of that. And the choirs of angels allowed that. Meanwhile, if you go into Satan's realm, oh, that ain't hidden. Everybody knows everything. All their business is out on the street. You can find every spell, everything out on the street. The mysterious part is working with the choirs of angels. Now, why is that? These are the ones who are supposed to help us. Why is it that there's no simple 1, 2, 3 process for petitioning the creator through the seraphim? Shouldn't that be easy? No. You can't just have it. Oh, well, we preserved it in the Orthodox Church, and that's the only place you can get it. You can't do that. That's not what the destroyer does. Everything, if you want to know how to destroy your life, it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, you know how to destroy your life. I should look everywhere and be able to build my life up. I mean, the creator, he's infinitely creative. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all are the management. Y'all are the middle management who's supposed to be making sure things are going well. People are suffering on this land, on every land. For what? Muhammad, right? We're supposed to go to the prophet and have the prophet intercede for us. Get out of here. The destroyer doesn't have intercessors. If I wanted to contact Lucifer right now, I could say, hey, take me to Lucifer. One of his folks will come pick me up and I will be sitting at his desk in the morning. I've been trying to get to the creator for 3 freaking whole years, and I have yet to have an interaction with the creator. What are y'all doing? Like, what is your job actually? Because I don't see you doing it. I don't see you doing your job. And therefore, If humanity gets to say, this is our day of atonement, this is our one day that the Creator comes and checks on us, I'm saying they're failing. It's a failure. You're going to have to rehabilitate them. They need to go. You know who could teach? And the best one to teach them is the Destroyer. Because the Destroyer will get them. Between the Destroyer and the people who work with the Destroyer, oh, they're going to get these angels rehabilitated quick, because the people who work with the Destroyer, they know how the rules go. So if you show up and you're not trying to do no work, you're not trying to this and that, you're not trying to go in and what that, you can't work like that. These are some crazy people. They will go directly to the Destroyer himself and say, hey, I'm gonna need you to take him out. Yeah, just wipe that angel off the block, because I did this. Look, here's my paperwork. I did this. I did that. And that thing didn't show up. He didn't do what he was supposed to. This is how this ritual is supposed to go. And I see these other people, their rituals being they're going off without a hitch. So we need a switcheroo. That's what I would suggest to the Creator. Bring those angels up and give them clean robes and forgive them and whatever, absolve them of whatever, they were doing while they was working for for the Destroyer, and bring them on the side of the Creator, and send all of these choirs of angels, all of these entities down to their respective lower realms, so that they can learn how to do the job the right way. And that may be something that needs to be done frequently. I don't know how long it's going to take them, but I know one thing: if I make a request to an angel, to an angelic realm, and I don't get an answer immediately, that entity needs to be gone. We've been very, very nice and very patient on this channel, but my patience has run out. Because if I'm the Creator and I'm creating and I have to be interrupted every 5 seconds by a person like me saying, hey, I'm trying to figure this out, I'm trying to figure that out, and you mean to tell me you got 9 levels of management, and not one of your levels of management knows how to answer my question? Why can't my paperwork be approved? Like, just approve my paperwork, approve my people's paperwork. Why is that so difficult? Oh, no, none of y'all know how to do that? Okay, y'all need to be displaced. Go down to the realm of the Destroyer. Let the Destroyer rehabilitate you. Period. That's the only conclusion I can come to, because there's no other answers to that. It should be very simple. I laid it all out. It's all laid out. It's very simple. Go do what needs to be done, hit approve, and make the deposit happen, make the check appear. Like, this is not rocket science. You guys are nuts. I've had enough of this. Like, I'm not like going to be comfortable sitting and fellowshipping with the Creator without this being said. These entities, these choirs of angels from the upper realms, are doing a horrible job. They need to be removed and replaced with the angels from the Destroyer realm. That's the only solution that I could see. And everybody can come to their own conclusion. I don't know how you're going to spend your day of atonement. I know I have to work and I'm not feeling well, and so I'm going to be sitting back and relaxing to the best of my ability. So do your day of atonement stuff, whatever. In a few days, 5 days from tomorrow, we start the Feast of Tabernacles, but really it's not going to be a full feast. It really not going to really start, because our 30 days of mourning is not over until October the 10th. So it's really going to start October the 11th, which is like, well, I only have 2 days of that Feast of Tabernacles left. So that's just, I guess, a little update on I guess I'll do a video for the calendar for the month. Hopefully I'll get it out by the 1st, but I'm not making any promises, because I really am not feeling this. I'm really annoyed that these choirs of angels have basically just been joshing around when we was really under serious spiritual attack. And they basically just did the bare minimum so we didn't die. Like, that's not acceptable. angel. These people who worship the destroyer, they are living their best life. Like, they're suffering, but they're living their best life. What about us? We should not have to go through all of this. Too many people, humans who are actual humans on the actual scale of, unity, or even the scale of duality, even the scale of triplicity, like, even the quaternillion scale. Like, you've got people who are capable of holding 4 different versions of the creator in their mind, and yet they're still being treated like they are trash. Like, no, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. I should have faculties I don't have, and I'm again requesting that the creator do something about it. Something needs to be done. I already made my suggestion, but the creator has a plan, but that's my suggestion. These people need to be rehabilitated, because there's absolutely no reason why I should still be where I am for reasons that have no, like, I could have learned all of these lessons without suffering. You know who does that? Like, makes you suffer to learn a lesson? The destroyer. So who are these angels really working for? Because the creator is not going to make you suffer to learn a lesson. That's not how it works. It never worked like that. People suffer because of their choices, but I never made any choice that was worthy of the suffering that I've been going through. I don't care what anybody says. And if the choirs of angels believe that, like I said in my other video, then the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit need to be they need to be evaluated and replaced, because no Father, Son, and Holy Spirit of me is allowed to tell me that I'm supposed to suffer in order to, oh, well, it just builds character. No, I can build character without suffering. I don't need to suffer to build character. Like, that's nuts. If you believe that, you should not be an angel. You should be removed from your angelic duties immediately and replaced with an entity who doesn't believe that, because that's crazy. Humanity isn't, we're not Adam and Eve, okay? We already know good versus evil, and this is evil what you guys are doing. It's evil. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's evil. It's evil. And somebody should really tell you all to your face how evil you are for letting people suffer who don't deserve it. It's evil. Because guess what? All of these rich people, they're not suffering. They're suffering emotionally, but that's because of their choices. They have to live with what they ask for. Man, I'm just asking for some money so that I can move into a freaking normal house and eat without, like, worrying about what I'm going to eat this is basic. Like, you guys are, like, being retarded over basic stuff. Like, you need to go. You need to go. You need to go. You need to be replaced with some competent spirit intelligences who know how to actually get the job done. This, what y'all are doing, is insane. And no creator with cattle on 1,000 hills or whatever else he got would allow people like this to be in his throne room, surrounding him, telling him lies about the humans that he created to live in glory. And meanwhile, we're living in utter suffering, poverty, and destruction. The destroyer is out here beating us down every single day. And you guys are kikiing and tikiing and all of that while we suffer. No, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. All of this cheating, all of this fraud, all of this crap, it's unacceptable. I reject it. So, I can't believe I got this much even out. My throat hurts so bad. But that's all I got to say, y'all. Shalom, peace, and blessings, and we'll see you in the next video.